Okay.
Welcome.
Yes.
Talkin Baseball. Pre-game show here in the Roosevelt Studios in the Bronx. My name is Jimmy. Sitting to my left is Jake. In California's Trev. Behind the plate we have Espo. Let's talk some baseball. Jake, how are you?
I'm good, baby. I'm good. RSV, LTS, Roosevelt Studio.
I was about to bring the guitar out and jam to that. I like that.
You like that intro?
Are we
Yes.
lucky that you didn't?
You
I'm
got
good.
the pipes down at home plate because that Zach just.
Good. Oh yeah. I mean that'll be a special day. I'm good, man. It's getaway day for a lot of these baseball teams. And we've got some getaway pitching out there. It seems like we got through kind of the fun week of 1, 2s, and 3s lining up, and we got a little bit of the back end coming through, a little ham and eggs coming at you. But I'm excited. Some fun series wrap ups, and it's crazy, and it's the beauty of baseball. However, a couple of these series wrap up, whether it's a 3-1 series or a 2-2 series, it'll depend how we talk about these teams going into the weekend, which is the ridiculous beauty of this sport. Trevor Patrick Plouffe.
What's up, guys? I'm still kind of bobbing my head to that song. I don't know where you got that from, but I'm into it.
Okay.
I mean, I agree with you. Okay, yeah. Keep going. Okay. Look, we don't have the best pitching matchups today, but there is a couple good ones. There's some good baseball to be played. We like getaway days. The guys are excited. We could keep going on this forever. But I'm doing great. It's a gloomy day, so I was kind of feeling that slow vibe right there, Jim.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. It's not gloomy here, but it's not hot, so I'm enjoying the weather thoroughly in the Bronx. I think it's going to get hot pretty soon. I will echo what Jake said. The slate of games today didn't do much for me, but it's baseball, and I like it. I was just tough to find a matchup where I was like, that's the pitching matchup today. We'll get into all of that as we preview each game that is being played. Trev, you have something very exciting you want to share with us. I don't know at what point of the show it lands.
It's for my what to watch for. We'll just keep it at
so
that.
it's your what to watch for? Okay. So, Jake, do you want to give us the East Coast games real quick?
I can do that.
All right, let's do it.
I can do that in the Eastern grouping region. The New York Yankees will play the Philadelphia Phillies, the final of 4 against them, kinda. Technically, the first game was its own series. He's gotten off to a nice start for the Yankees versus Zach Eflin. I think that's the first time he's getting the pill this year. We'll see what Eflin's got in the tank this year. The Toronto Blue Jays and Big Nate Pearson returns to the bump against Touki Toussaint. Couple young boys out on the mound. Get excited for Big Nate Pearson. And the Baltimore Orioles, Wade LeBlanc, who had a nice start the other day, versus my guy, Jordan Yamamoto for the Marlins. I believe that's all the East Coast action. I think the Rays and the Red Sox are off, along with the Mets and the Nats.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Danke.
Danke
I just want to let you know that we refer to him as Zach Led Zeppelin.
Oh.
So if you want to use that, go on.
Okay. Noted.
Cool. Did we lose Trev?
Your
I think
audio,
you did.
Your audio,
My audio
lost us
went
for
out,
a
yeah.
second. So we got the Zach Eflin thing. We missed whatever zinger you had at the end of it. So
I
I'm
said if
sorry.
you want to use it going forward, you can.
You know I will.
Okay.
You know.
Cool.
Led Zeppelin.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. The Yankees, I'm rooting for them.
Obviously. What should we? How about this, Trevor? What should we be looking for from Led Zeppelin?
He's a big boy. I'm not going to call him an average white righty because he is a tall dude.
Okay.
He can run it up there in the mid 9s if he's feeling good, but he's going to be relying on location. You know, this is going to be a test for him for sure. You know, the Yankees lineup, they can hit. We know that. He's a guy that like kind of needs to start proving himself so he can continue to be a starting pitcher for the Phillies. But you know, on a personal note, great guy. Love him. I'm rooting for him. But this is a big test for him.
Okay. All right.
As they all are, man. All of them are big tests, right?
Yeah, I like Nate Pearson getting his second start. I mean, tune in for that.
Yeah.
Blue Jays fans, obviously, you're excited about that. Going up against Tukey, who I believe had a
Tukey.
good 3-inning outing last time or something like that.
And I think Blue Jays won 2-1 yesterday, so Braves will have a little more gear to not lose 2 in a row there. Be tough with Big Nate, so that is a little fun. And hey, Jakey's fun stinker of the day.
Yankees.
Wade LeBlanc versus Jordan Yamamoto might be a fun game.
Is this Yamamoto's first start?
I believe it is. For the 5-1 Miami Marlins, took both sides of the doubleheader yesterday.
They were hilarious on Twitter yesterday. They put the standings up. They did a split shot. It was the standings with them in first place, and then the photo of a girl at a college football game saying, "We want Bama."
That's
And
good.
I love that. I love the "We want Bama."
They're having
I
a
love
good.
that.
They're having a good time. They went 24 innings scoreless, and they followed that tweet up with the Titanic. It's been so many years, and they crossed that out and put innings. So Marlins Twitter is having fun. Give them the follow. And Jordan Yamamoto's kind of my guy. I don't think the analytics community loves him. He got off to he had a slow second half of his rookie year, but he came in and something stupid like his first 5 starts, he ended up 4-0 with like a 1.5 ERA. And I was just thinking, like, if that happens in one of the major markets, we're screaming about Jordan Yamamoto, but it happened for the Fish, so nobody really heard about him. So that's how you hype up the East, babe.
First 6 starts, 1.59 ERA for Yamamoto.
Yamamoto, my
The
God.
Fish don't want Bama.
Oh.
And in baseball, Bama means the Yankees, the Twins, the Dodgers. They don't.
I mean, they just want to be healthy. I don't know. Is the statute of limitations for the Marlins up? Like, if you're a Phillies,
They've won.
If you're a Phillies player, can you laugh at them joking about their record and not playing? I think a lot of people are still mad at the Marlins within baseball.
A little bit.
I'm not going to say who runs the Marlins. I'm not
Yeah.
going to do that because I respect him.
He's just the pretty face of the Marlins. And moving on to the Central, we go.
Do it.
Once I play the music, here
Already
we
started.
go. Oh, yeah. In the Central, the Twins and the Pirates are going for Game 4, maybe, or 3 of this series. It's a day game. How about that? Starts in about an hour. Maeda versus JT Brubaker, making his first start of his career. More on that later. Kind of. The Reds and the Indians finish up the Ohio Cup. Luis Castillo versus Cookie Carrasco. Castillo versus Carrasco. That's fun. Castillo had a bad outing. I think Cookie had like a good and then a not bad or not great. They're playing. That'll be fun. People are enjoying that. Cubs and Royals square off. That's a good team versus a bad team right there. Chatwood on the bump. Can he continue? Can the Cubs pass the torch? One more pitcher. Throw a shutout. You did it yesterday. Can Tyler do it today? Brad Keller on the mound against you. They're sharing the bump. And it's actually not you. It's Tyler Chatwood, and I've blown everything. Brewers and White Sox are playing. Gio Gonzalez versus Josh Lindblom. White Sox hitting the ball, Jake.
Not really. Shutout yesterday.
Hitting the ball tonight.
They're
We
going to
have
hit
the
it
over.
tonight. I took the over
We
on
have-
my bet
yeah,
of the
sorry.
day on JJR today, so they will hit today. Yeah, I think the matchup lies in the Cincinnati Cup or whatever we're calling it again.
Definitely not the Cincinnati Cup.
A lot of good pitchers on both teams there. And, yeah, I'm excited to hear what you have on JT Brubaker later. Everyone's getting excited for that.
Everybody.
People have been excited.
I'm surprised you kind of missed this Castillo-Carrasco matchup. You said there's no good pitching matchups. This is an excellent pitching matchup.
Yeah, Castillo was bad last outing. Carrasco was good his first start. I don't know what he did his second start. I don't think Cookie's going to be
I like these
great
guys.
down the stretch, but it's fun. That whole series has been fun. What is
Yeah.
that series at right now?
The Indians have won 2 and the Reds have won 1, so 2-1.
So go Reds, go.
Yeah, Chatwood, that's who I'm excited to see today. Like, did he figure something out? I love that. Like when guys figure something out and execute.
Was he
Which he's
get
done
rid
so
of his
far.
four-seam guy? Yeah, he was, right?
Yeah.
No more
I think
four-seam
he changed-
fastball.
I think he changed something with his slider grip as well. He's throwing it. And what it seems like all these guys do, they're like, oh, yeah, well, I just started to throw it harder.
Yeah.
It's like, well, shit, you guys should all try that because that is difficult when you just grip it and rip it like that. But you have to be able to control it. It seems like he's been able to do that. You guys didn't let me say yesterday I had 5 guys in my book on the slate. Today, only one, and Tyler Chatwood is that one.
The newly reformed Tyler Chatwood after you put him in his book. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of the guys with the new cutter slider instead of trying to slide it more. They're throwing it harder as a cutter, and that's working for him. That's what our guy Who Darvish is doing, who, by the way, he looked nasty yesterday. Good time to be a Cubs fan right now.
Look, they bring Jason Kipnis in to wrangle that clubhouse, and here we go.
Talking baseball bump.
There it is. There it is.
I want the Cubs pitching to be good forever.
Kinda.
Are they the best? Oh, Cubs, Twins, Yankees.
Whoever blows it, the first starter to blow it, they're going to be embarrassed, man. They're going to be taped to the field goal.
Embarrassing.
I'm going to say it's probably going to be a bullpen guy that blows it for them first.
No.
Kimbrel's
That's been happening. It's a starting pitching chain that we're doing.
They're passing.
Yeah. Kimbrel's got 3 years left of $16 million.
Really?
It's horrible.
Yeah. He made 10 last year, 16 this year, and 16 for the next 2 years. That's a lot of money.
We're going to get to a weird point in this season where they're like, you know what? It's not worth trying to get you right for 60 games. I not just for Kimbrel. I just, like, in general, there are going to be players that are fringe. They're like, hey, we need to get you going. We need to get you going. 60 games in the season, they'd be given that. But we're going to get to a point where, like, there's some guys on the Yankees where, like, hey, if we're 2 weeks from now and that guy's still not doing that and that guy is, we're saving it because we have a lot of Yankees talk, but I don't want to give it away. Then
can I ask you guys something about the Yankees, or do you want to save this for later?
Jake's what to watch for is the Yankees.
Let's just if it can wait.
Run
But
through
it's not on the Yankees.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Okay. We'll talk about it later.
Give us the West Coast games.
Give us the West Coast games. I have no idea what's happening out there.
Just as handsome as Derek Jeter looking guy.
All right. Giants and the Rockies and their series. Tyler Anderson versus Kyle Freeland. Let's see if the Arenado dick dropping tour continues to roll on. It probably will. Rangers finishing up their set with the Athletics. Mike Minor versus Mike Fears. Mike and Mike. Is it Mike and Ike or Mike and Mike?
Mike and Mike.
Was Mike
Candies.
It's a minor
Mike
fire.
And Ike is the Candies.
Mike and Ike.
Mike was the morning radio show.
A minor fire.
A minor fire with the 2 mics. Okay. Wow. Then we got the Angels up there in Seattle. Dylan Bundy versus Taijuan Walker. Jake's Dylan Bundy. Dylan continues to shove it up Jake's rear end, which I love.
Me too.
On to Arizona, where the Diamondbacks put a beating on the Astros yesterday. We got Brandon Bielak versus Zach Gallen. And that, I believe, is it. I think the Dodgers and the Padres are off today. So 4 games in the Western slate. And that's what we got.
Trev, what is your what to watch for? I know you've been excited about it.
Okay. Well, we kind of briefly touched on my first point. I have like a half point for my what to watch for. The first half point is the Nate Pearson show. I think this guy is someone that everybody needs to be tuned into. He's going up against the Braves. He took on the Nationals last game, was nasty. Now he's taking on the Braves, another team with playoff hopes. He can get the Blue Jays back to 500. That's a huge bump for them. I'm very excited to watch him pitch. I think he is the real deal, but you got to do it more than once to be the real deal.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
This is the point I wanted to make. As I was perusing Baseball Reference, I went and I said, let's look at some of the leaders of 2020. Now, we've had some huge performances for guys. I mean, Judge is obviously playing great. Arenado has been playing great. Give me some other guys that have been playing great.
Castellanos, Bieber.
Bieber's been playing great. Do you know who leads Major League Baseball in WAR right now?
Tatis?
J.P. motherfucking Crawford.
There you go.
1.1 WAR. He's 0.6 defensive WAR. I don't know how the other 0.5 is in there. Is it offensive? I don't know. Is it base running? I don't know. But this guy, who was cast away from the Phillies, found a home in Seattle. Former top prospect. He's making it work. He's still very young. 1.1 WAR this year already. I would love to see him continue it. Something that I didn't know. I don't think anybody knew, but he's leading the league in WAR, and that's a special thing. Shout out JP Crawford. We don't talk about him enough.
At
That's
all,
my
really.
work to watch for.
Jake, what's all your JP Crawford takes?
Cousin of Carl Crawford. He's got an 812 OPS this season. He must be picking it pretty nasty at short. Mariners fans, reach out about that. The only thing I'll counter you on there, Trev, is I wouldn't say he was cast off from the Phillies. He was.
But he was, because I was there when he was in Lehigh, and they cast him off. He didn't perform, and they shipped him away.
He was traded with Carlos Santana, whose contract was looked at as a bad contract at the time because his year in Philadelphia went pretty poorly. And in came Gene Segura, who came off a couple big seasons. So J.P. Crawford, the Mariners got, and he was still a big piece for them. So, yes, they shipped him off. But I'm
just saying, you don't – I mean, look, if a
cast
guy's going to
off
be
was
a
a little
long-term
heavy.
option at shortstop, you don't trade him away. So that's a miss right there by the Phillies. I got to talk to Sam Fold about that.
I'll say that's fair if J.P. Crawford keeps doing it.
Yes.
What was
It was an eye-opening thing. When I went to Baseball Reference and I looked at the WAR leaderboard and J.P. Crawford was sitting there on top, I said, whoa.
Yeah,
So.
he's currently first in the bigs in defensive WAR, so he must be picking it, which good.
Well, he can pick it.
Which good.
What was your Yankees question, which may feed into Jake's what to watch for?
What's up with Clint Frazier posting Homer videos from the alternate site? What's going on with that? That seems par for the course for old Clint, right?
Yeah, almost no comment from our end.
Is it he's sad, like he wants to come play. Like he's like, look, I'm being a good boy. Like let me come play.
Trevor,
No?
Yeah. I
you're
mean,
entering a dangerous territory.
yeah.
He
Why?
last year
He's
when
embarrassing, Trev. He's just a weird brain.
last year when he got sent down to AAA, he did a sad photo shoot in a parking garage, and he posted it. Like he's
and he posted
he's a different kind of cat.
He was atrocious in the outfield. Like basically had the yips in the outfield, couldn't catch a fly ball. They sent him down to AAA, and then he made not even a diving catch, not even a Sports Center catch, just like kind of a running, sliding catch down the line, and he posted it on Twitter and did the SpongeBob caption like up and down, the sarcasm.
Yeah.
Like he's just a DH, and we walked in on Jake's roommate freshman year of college, and he was watching his own highlight reel while cleaning his dorm room of his high school hockey highlights, and I said that's one of the more pathetic things. I think I would have rather walked into him like masturbating to a magazine from the 1960s. Like you cannot watch your own
I'd do that.
high school highlights.
Be kind of cool.
And
Vintage.
dude, that's like who Clint is, man. He's just kind of a weird, embarrassing cat. You can't post your own highlights from the fucking B League.
He was the first guy that came up that was like, oh, we're dealing with a different generation of people. Like this kid is younger than me. He views the world differently in social media. So thanks for bringing that up.
He's in his feelings a little bit. Does he think that's going to help?
Yes.
Does he think someone's going to see that? Like, oh shit, Clint hit a homer in the B camp.
He does.
He doesn't realize how
Yes.
he doesn't realize how bad it looks.
We basically had to make a rule last Talking Apes Yanks that we can't talk Clint anymore. Yeah. So glad
you just
brought it
made
up.
us you made us break
the
our
thing
rule.
though is like he was the talk of summer camp, wasn't he?
He matured.
Like he was hitting homers. He matured.
Nah,
he
he
had
had
the fucking
one homer.
mask on.
He had
like,
some nice quotes.
He's the talk of
And
everything.
He hit the ball well, which he has shown a nice amount, but that's never
he
been the
started
problem.
the year with the Yankees, though, right?
He was going to before COVID because Stanton, Judge, and Hicks were out.
But he didn't when the season restarted. He hasn't been in the big
He
leagues.
has not
he
been on
was.
the Yankees this year.
No, he was.
think
for
he
the
was.
first couple games. He was, and they sent him down.
He hasn't played.
He was on the 30 man. He might have got one at bat somewhere, but he was on the 30 man, and then they sent him down.
I will say this. It's very,
yeah.
very frustrating if you think you're a Major League Baseball player and you're just blocked by superstars like Stanton.
Totally get it. They tried to trade him.
It sucks for him.
He's in a terrible position. I feel bad for him. They tried to move him last deadline. We know that for a fact.
And they traded for him, right?
He was a pretty big piece in the Andrew Miller trade
because he would be with the Indians right now, like in the outfield.
He'd be their best outfielder.
100%.
I can tell you some fun stuff off air, Trev.
Yeah, he had to do some growing up. It does suck to be behind seven other guys in the outfield, but
don't post highlights from satellite camp.
And the other thing is, like, it's supply and demand. Like, the other teams aren't going to give the Yankees anything for him because he's proven he can't catch a fly ball. We're not going there. Keeping it with the Yankees.
I'm sorry, I saw that. I wanted to get you.
We literally made a hard.
We
literally made a hard rule on the last episode on Yanks. Like, we cannot talk about him until he's back up or traded or something. So you just made